I talked about in a recent video that I felt TNA's biggest problem, and it has always been, it's also their easiest problem to fix, and it is their inability to effectively market, promote, and advertise themselves, their stars, their product, their brand, what have you. So over the past couple of days, I've actually seen a couple of things that should, in theory, be really good news for TNA, for Impact Wrestling. You know, an appearance by Eric Young, your TNA World Heavyweight Champion, on the Today Show. That's pretty big. That's a pretty big deal. Your current world champion taking the TNA World title to an appearance on a free over-the-air show. Just think about this for a second. On an NBC. So this is a show that even people that don't have cable are able to get. A huge audience, especially compared to what a TNA audience typically is on television on Spike TV. And then I find out that apparently Robbie E. and Brooke Tessmacher, who are dating in real life, are going to be one of the teams competing in the upcoming season of The Amazing Race, a show that's been around since 2001 that gets primetime exposure every single week on one of those big free over-the-air networks in CBS. Again, I'm thinking, wow, that's great. That's tremendous for TNA. It pays off, I guess, for them to be a part of the Viacom family when it comes to getting these guys the appearance on CBS. I'm like, terrific. So I would expect, that a TNA would be promoting this all over the place and would be hyping this up all over the place and plastering it everywhere and pimping it out and trying to follow that up with more and do all types of this. Well, there's just one problem with this. I looked at the TNA website just a couple of moments ago, and I'm recording this about 2 o'clock Eastern Standard Time in the afternoon, and there's not a single mention in the pictures on the front of the website, in the featured news, nowhere, not a single mention of freaking Robbie E. and Brooke being a part of an upcoming season of The Amazing Race. One of the featured news items is, so you think you can outdrink James Storm. I like the cowboy James Storm. I really do. And I think that might be a funny article that I'm not going to read. But at the end of the day, you would think that something like this, especially from TNA's standpoint, would be a big, huge fucking deal. And it would be plastered all over their website. Multiple pictures, its own section about it, at least a lead column in the featured news section. Instead, I get the option to read about, so you think you can outdrink James Storm. That's TNA for you. I had to find out about something involving two of their talents appearing on a major television show on a big-time over-the-air network like CBS from a wrestling dirt sheet site. How stupid is that? And then the Eric Young appearance. I go to TNA's website again as I'm looking for this Robbie E stuff. And what did you know? The featured pictures, I believe in this order, are a picture of Bully Ray and EC3, a picture of Bully Ray and Rockstar Spud, a picture of Samoa Joe and MVP, a picture of the Von Erich boys and Kevin Von Erich. And then there's a picture of Eric Young with the other bitch that's not Kathy Lee Gifford, and then Kathy Lee Gifford from his appearance on the Today Show. It is the 5th freaking picture on their website at ImpactWrestling.com. You're going to tell me that you have this major mainstream publicity here coming to your product, your championship, your title, your show, in the hopes of using that to help build towards your Slammiversary pay-per-view, and you have chosen instead to feature Bully Ray, and then Bully Ray again, and then Samoa Joe and MVP, and then the Von Erich kids and their dad, who nobody really gives a shit about, let's be honest, more than your world champion appearing on the freaking Today Show. Not a feature news item again. We'd rather talk about whether or not you think you can outdrink James Storm. So even when TNA gets that mainstream exposure, even when TNA gets that mainstream publicity, that free promotion, that free marketing, that free advertisement, they still find a way to totally and incompetently fail to capitalize on it in any way, shape, or form. Hopefully sometime today they'll actually bother to put up this news about Robbie E. and Brooke Tessmacher on their damn website. You would think you would. You would hope that somebody with a brain in that company that takes part in the construction or the maintenance of the website would say, you know what? Eric Young in a picture next to Kathy Lee Gifford is probably just a little bit more important at this point than a picture of EC3 and freaking Bully Ray or Bully Ray and Rockstar Spud, because all of that crap ties back to Dixie Carter. What's more important, putting over Dixie Carter or putting over your brand, your company, and your stars? Even when TNA seems like they've got something going for them, they still find a way to screw the pooch on it. You can't even feature this crap on your own website. My God, you at least know if the WWE had something like this happen, they would be plastering it all over the place. They would never let you forget it. They'd never let you forget about it. They would never shut up about it. It's free advertising, free marketing, free promotion. Do something with it, TNA. I beg of you, please.